If you've ever opened up Biblio Plan and thought, wow, this is amazing, but how do I actually use all of this without losing my mind? You're not alone. I've been there. But with a little prep, it's one of the most life-giving tools in our homeschool, especially in busy seasons like this one. Hey friends, I'm Wendy, a homeschooling mom of 5, soon to be 6. And this year, I'll be teaching a 2nd grader, a 3rd grader, a 6th grader, and a 9th grader with a toddler underfoot and a newborn arriving in the early fall. So that's a wide spread. And planning ahead isn't just helpful, it's necessary for me to steward our days well and stay peaceful in the process. One of the reasons I love Biblio Plan is that it allows us to all study the same time period together, but with age-appropriate depth. For my 6th grader and younger, here's what we're doing. We're doing the coloring pages while I read aloud. They keep their little hands busy without distracting from the story. We will be doing notebooking pages that tie in beautifully with the reading. They'll be filling out their notebooking pages while we do our read aloud time, either right after or during. We're doing the crafts and activities book. This is something we save for co-op, which makes it more fun and less stressful for me to try to manage at home. I've also picked out readers for each of them, and they'll do simple book reports when they finish, and these are short and sweet, nothing intense, just enough to process and see what they retained. Now for my 9th grader, he'll be using the companion guide, which gives more in-depth historical content. He'll also complete the cool history for older students, which I love because it helps him learn to synthesize information and think critically. He'll also be working on the hands-on map. These tie it all together and reinforce geography in a natural way. Just like the younger kids, he has a stack of assigned readers and will be expected to write a book report as well on his 6 that he selects. But it will be a little more structured and formal since he is older, and this will be counting towards a high school credit. And honestly, one of my favorite parts is what we do as a group, which is the discussion guide and the MP3 version of the reading. We'll listen to the audio 4 days a week because with everything on my plate, having something we can do together while I'm feeding a baby or folding laundry is just such a gift. My toddler will have a history time busy bin that he does, so he's included in as well, but not distracting. So think like lacing cards, fidgets, quiet snacks, just simple things to help him feel like he's a part, but doing like his own special thing. And here's the thing, I'm the kind of homeschool mom who thrives with a flexible structure. So here's how I'm mapping out the Biblio Plan year. I'm gonna break it down quarter by quarter in my planner, and that's gonna help me stay focused without feeling boxed in. We'll take about a month off after baby comes, but I've left room to come back sooner because honestly, Biblio Plan is such an easy anchor. It doesn't require a ton of mental bandwidth for me, so we can pick back up with just the audiobook and the discussion guide, even if we're just in our pajamas, you know? It doesn't really take a lot from me. And we're starting history co-op in September. So I'm planning backwards from that date and making sure we're easing into a rhythm well before that start date. Now let's talk logistics, because it's one thing to have a plan and another to keep it all findable. Here's how I'm organizing it. We'll be using our rolling cart just for our group subjects. It's going to hold all of our notebooks for history, our main Biblio Plan book, a tablet with the MP3 downloads, a portable speaker so we can cast the audio easily wherever we're gathered. I'm also printing the first quarter of coloring pages now so they're ready to grab each week, and I'm not scrambling every Monday morning to try to go print them out. Each of my kids have their own folder or binder, and they're going to keep their coloring pages in that spot. And this is great for the coloring pages and stuff. My 9th grader has his own checklist so he can build independence while still being accountable, and he will have his own spot where his things are located. So there are a lot of wonderful history options out there, but Biblio Plan has stuck with us because it works for our whole family. It gives a biblical worldview of history that aligns with our faith. It's multi-age friendly, so I'm not spinning my wheels trying to juggle 4 different history timelines. It's both structured and flexible. I don't have to guess what I can adjust. And the audio has been a total game changer, especially during a postpartum season or when life just feels loud. When I think about why we homeschool, it's not just to check academic boxes. It's to build connection, shape worldview, and invite our kids into a bigger story. And Biblio Plan helps us do that faithfully without stress. If you're using Biblio Plan this year, I'd love to hear how you're prepping it or what you're planning to include, or if this is your first year using it, drop your questions below. I'm happy to share what's worked and what I've learned over the years of using it. And if you're ready to jump in, I've got a discount code in the description that will help you save a little bit when you order. Homeschooling isn't about doing it all. It's about doing what matters most with wisdom, with intention, and with peace. If you'd like to find out more information about Biblio Plan, check out this playlist right here.